Sup people, Mike here, and this is Batman Arkham Knight, new game plus. So when you come to this area, you have the option of getting the fear takedown. You want to try and get both of the medics. For some reason that one medic didn't actually get taken out. I'm not sure why. The most annoying part is that there's a bunch of the ninjas, so trying to get my combo up, kind of annoying, just because even with the I forget the upgrade, the dodge and disarm, like knife sword attack, I found that it doesn't always work. Or I usually fuck it up at the end on like the final like dodging or countering. But once you finish off these guys, this is when you get the Arkham Knight boss battle. I'm doing air quotes as I say boss battle, since all this amounts to is not getting seen by him, grappling up to his location, and basically doing this 3 times total, I believe, or is it 4? I can't remember. This first one is really easy. I didn't need to go into this great area like I did, even though, well, I say I didn't need to, but later on at like the end you kind of come back to this little section, so having this opened is good to have. But getting below him on that one is really easy. After you do it him the first time, he brings in a bunch of enemies, and he also has a predator drone. As best as I can tell, you can disable the predator drone because it's the Arkham Knight controlling it. The most you can do is disable the searchlight so it doesn't see you and start shooting at you. And this area took me quite a few times to get through it. So I had a fear takedown, so I decided to use it here. And it's kind of funny, the whole fear takedown, for some reason I never like paid attention to, I guess, when they talked about it, and since I never did the training session, I think on the roof when you get the new bat suit, that once you do a silent takedown you get a fear takedown. So that little fear thing in the underneath your health bar, I never really understood like what it was for. Like, I didn't understand that it was for the it was basically the bar that gave you a fear takedown. It was just one of those things that was I never really paid attention to, and since I never did the training simulator on that rooftop, it was never properly taught it, I guess you can say. So but once you take out those guys, you can use these grates to
need to get directly under his vantage point.
To get under this area, and then you can rappel up to get him out of this area. And then I believe it's the next area that I found out that you need to clear all the guys that he brings in to progress to the next part of this battle. Because what I did here was that I found a way to get to Arkham Knight before I dealt with all these enemies, thinking it just like would kick me into the next part of this whole battle. I say battle again with air quotes, but it was one of those things where the Arkham Knight disappears and the guys were still walking around. So I was like, oh, okay, so I do actually have to deal with all these guys before I can move on to the next area. So
Not this time, Batman. You're lost without the cow.
and this one took a little bit of time because, like I said, I was trying to get to the Arkham Knight without having to deal with any of these enemies, even though you do have to deal with them. So it would be better to deal with them first and then actually go after the Arkham Knight. But this is me just kind of trying to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do. And I'm just kind of keeping an eye on where his like spotlight is on his gun, and that was me near again fucked because Batman was trying to climb the ledge like he tends to do sometimes. But I kind of got lucky that that guy was just over in this area, so I was able to get a silent takedown on him and refill my fear meter so I can do a takedown, which comes in handy after I get to the Arkham Knight here. So
Stand down, Robin. Don't call me that. It's not who I am.
So it's like he disappeared, and I'm like, why isn't the next part kicking in? And I noticed that guys were still walking around. So it was that moment where I was like, oh, okay, I do actually have to deal with all of these guys. So luckily there's only 5 of them, so I only have 3 left, and because I have the base 3 amount for the fear takedown, I can use on these guys. The biggest annoyance is that because of their suits, I don't actually know where they are at this particular moment. But I got lucky and saw that guy moving around, and this is me just kind of trying to decide if I want to risk trying to go after that guy, not knowing if the other guys were near where he was, and it just worked out that all of them were over where I took out that first guy. But thankfully they decided to stay very close together in their group. I kind of got unlucky here because this third guy kind of was farther away for the oh no, actually no, that's right. There was actually 4 of them left. So I got 3 with the takedown, and then I had to deal with this last guy. Luckily, I was able to get to this vent, and then he just doesn't even like go like run over to it or anything. He just kind of stands there. So I was able to choke him out and refill my fear meter. And oddly enough, the game will just kick you into the next part and put you on one of these gargoyles. So this last area, this took me 10 attempts. 5 of them were from dying, and five of them were from me, or four of them were from restarting, just because I wasn't happy with, like, I took more damage than I should have, or something stupid. And I think one of them I was trying to experiment with a different route, and it just wasn't working. So you kind of want to wait for the drone to fly past, and then
You had so many chances to kill me. It's your fault Joker got to me.
Bad idea. Jason will spot me. Jason will see me coming. I need to get directly under his vantage point to take him down.
And then that was me nearly getting screwed, because I'm trying to get off the gargoyle, and Batman's like, no, he'll see me, he'll spot me. And it's just like, get off the fucking gargoyle so I can get into this fucking cover. But basically, you just need to disable the vision, the scanner on the turret. Make sure the Arkham Knight isn't aiming at where you are, and then get on the gargoyle, and that's pretty much the end of this thing.